guys, it's Desiree, and today I'm going to be doing a book review of The Iron Child by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. This is a fairly recent release. It was released on September 9, 2014, which is just about a month and a half ago. The Iron Child is the first novel in a 5-book series by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. It is a middle grade fantasy novel that follows this kid named Callum Hunt, and Callum Hunt comes from magical parents, and he was raised to believe that the Magisterium, this magic school that trains mages, is an evil school, and that magic is evil in all ways. The Iron Child is this evaluation test wherein the masters of the Magisterium evaluate all these kids that are 12 years old, I believe, and they evaluate whether or not they are worthy or possess the power to be admitted into the Magisterium. And Callum Hunt has been told many times by his dad that he must fail the Iron Trial so that he does not get admitted into the evil Magisterium. And he does fail. He fails without trying, and he fails very badly. And despite doing really horribly on the Iron Trial, he still gets picked by the top master at the school to be one of his apprentices or pupils, and he gets admitted into the Magisterium, where attendance is not voluntary in the first year. So since Callum has been picked, he must go to the Magisterium, in which he learns all about magic and being able to control his powers, and he learns a little something about himself and his friends, and it was just a really good book, you guys. I have seen a lot of negativity around this book, which surprised me, and people are saying that this is a ripoff of Harry Potter, but I gotta tell you guys, it's not. For anyone who's worrying that it is, it definitely is not. The only similarities that I found was that there is a magic school and it's secret, because obviously magic's a secret like anywhere you go, you guys. And there is a trio of friends that consists of 2 boys and 1 girl. And they're almost the same age as the characters in Harry Potter when they start going to Hogwarts. But it's not the same story, you guys. Stop worrying, okay? It's different. The magic system is different. The school system is different. The world, I believe it takes place in a more modern setting. It's different, okay? Like, your villain is not missing a nose. That's a big thing. Because Voldemort didn't have a nose, he had just like a snake nose. In terms of writing styles, and this being the combined work of Holly Black and Cassandra Clare, I really couldn't tell when the authors shifted. I found that their writing styles blended really well, and you couldn't tell throughout the story who was writing which part. I think that they worked really well together. I did find a little error. I think it was a grammar mistake, and I was like, oh, this is probably Cassandra Clare. But yeah, sorry. It seems like people didn't exactly enjoy the main character, Callum Hunt, but I actually did enjoy him. He's sarcastic, and I think he's funny. And yeah, he is kind of childish and he makes those silly mistakes, but honestly, he's just a kid and he has like next to no idea about this magical world, and he's been taught to hate it and to think that they're evil, so obviously he's not gonna make the best choices, and he's not gonna be the smartest or the bravest, especially since he has that messed up leg. So he's not the picture perfect hero. And in this novel, Holly Black and Cassandra Clare kind of like mess with your idea of heroes and villains and who's gonna be the hero and who's gonna be the villain. They kind of mess you up on that. I thought that was a good strategy. It made the ending not as predictable, but I was still thinking that this guy's got something going on with him. But I did not think it was gonna end exactly the way that it ended. His 2 friends, Aaron and Tamara, definitely are not Ron and Hermione. They're all brave and they're all smart. I don't think that they necessarily have a leader in their group. I just think that they all work collectively. They're actually all very, very capable characters. Aaron is mysterious. He has basically no past. He's just a very mysterious character, but he has a kind heart and he's brave and he looks out for his friends and he cares so much. And I love Aaron. He's just such a good kid. And then there's Tamara, who I think is suffering from that youngest sibling expectations and having to live up to her older siblings' standards, having all this pressure on her from her parents and her siblings, which I felt was a very realistic characteristic, being the youngest child myself and having experienced that pressure to live up to your older siblings and to be like them and to be as great as them. And I think that they all surprise you in some way. Holly Black and Cassandra Clare definitely throw some plot twists your way when you're reading it. There were definitely some parts where I was just like, whoa, like, what is happening here? What even? What am I even reading? I don't know. There was a lot of world building in this since Callum himself is figuring out everything, and since it is the first book in a 5-book series, but I think that it sets up the rest of the series very well, and I'm really excited to see how Holly Black and Cassandra Clare take this story. The ending of the book was like, whoa. Can't spoil anything, you guys. Just go read it. Overall, I gave this a 4 out of 5, but I would probably give it more of an 8.5 out of 10. Sometimes I thought Callum sounded a bit too mature for his age, and then he would go back to being the sarcastic little kid that he is, and I just think that that might be due to the shift in writers. I related to Tamara in ways. So overall, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, but I would probably translate that into an 8.5 out of 10. It was a good book. I highly recommend you pick it up if you enjoy the Harry Potter series, but again, I'm going to say this over and over again, it is not the Harry Potter series. I love Harry Potter, but it's not that. But if you're looking for something about magic and like magical schools and just something enjoyable to read, I would highly recommend picking this up because I think that the rest of the series will be phenomenal and amazing to read. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, you guys. And I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye!